Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come and run my mouth and talk about some people. Now, listen, my tongue is a little green. I'm over here drinking me a smoothie. I just made me a smoothie. I used spinach and almond milk, and I put a little bit of yogurt in it to give it a little bit of, a little sweetness. And then I put a little bit of frozen mango and some frozen berries. Um, but it was mostly spinach. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's not as sweet as I want it to be, but I guess a part of the whole thing of trying to drink a spinach smoothie. I guess it's not supposed to be too sweet. I don't know, child. But it's all right. I usually make these anyways. I'm used to them now, but it is what it is. I'm acting like this is my first time making one. It is really not. I wish I would have had some peaches. I love the frozen peaches, but I don't have any. I just had mangoes and berries. But it is what it is. So that's why my tongue is a little like a little has a little tint of green to it because I'm over here trying to get this fitness, trying to get this body. I'm trying to look like that. Okay. All right, y'all. So let's get into this mess. We're gonna talk about some white people. We're gonna talk about some white people today. I stuck my head on the other side of town to see what was going on, and this is what they doing. All right. So listen to this. One of my fave, fave, favorite vocalist. She made a mistake, and no tea, no shade, but she married the bus driver. There's something that needs to be said about these women. Kelly Clarkson, that's who I'm talking about. That's my girl. I've been rocking with Kelly since American Idol. I actually flew to Vegas to go see her perform. Um, it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on with my family at the time. My grandmother, anyways. But I went to Vegas and to go see her and to go see the RuPaul's Drag Race live. And I didn't make it to either one because, girl, I was just in my feelings and, girl, I just didn't feel like doing nothing. But yeah, I went to Vegas and it just didn't work out. So hopefully when she goes, because she had a residency, I think it was at Planet Hollywood. Hopefully if she goes on tour or she has another residency in Vegas, I can catch her then. I think that Kelly Clarkson is that girl who y'all act like Adele is. Adele can sing. Adele can sing. Adele can sing. Let me just say that for the people again. Adele can definitely sing. But Adele ain't got nothing on Miss Kelly Clarkson. I honestly believe that if you put Kelly and Adele on the stage, I think that Kelly would wear. Hey, I think Kelly would wear Adele out. I do. I really do believe that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Anyways, it's something to be said about these women who marry these men who are their managers. Kelly, you done messed around and married Brandon, who was your manager. And now y'all in court fighting over money. Look what happened to Wendy Williams, just a mess. Look what happened to who else? Mary J. Blige, that was a mess. I always wonder what are these men doing prior to them meeting these superstar women. What was y'all doing? What was y'all working at? What was y'all job before y'all became the manager of these women? Anyways, this is according to People.com. Kelly Clarkson's ex Brandon Blackstock hits back after lawsuit over $2.6 million ruling. So this inside of his filing. So this is what they're saying. Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband and former manager Brandon Blackstock is firing back at the lawsuit she filed against him in March. 1 month after Clarkson claimed in a lawsuit that she should be awarded more than $2.6 million that a California labor commissioner ruled Blackstock, 47, owed her from allegedly overstepping his legal limits as her manager. He requested it be dismissed in a April 15th filing. According to documents obtained by People, Blackstock and his management firm, Starstruck Management, denied each and every allegation raised by the pop superstar, who accused them of violating state labor law since 2007 when she entered into an oral agreement with the company. The papers filed in California argue that the talk show host suit should be dismissed because the ruling made by the labor commissioner in November 2023 is binding on Clarkson because she did not file a notice of appeal within 10 days from the decision. From the decision was made in order to request more than 2.6 million that was ruled upon. Blackstock and his attorneys claim it is outside of the proper jurisdiction to file a separate lawsuit now. Blackstock also claims that the alleged illegal earnings he and Starstruck Management procured were already paid into his and Clarkson's community estate and were the Grammy winner to be awarded more damages. The fee should be reduced because of that. So basically, for those who may be a tad bit confused, Brandon was the manager. Kelly Clarkson and her team are basically saying that he didn't have the jurisdiction to act on behalf of the talent agent. So I did a little digging, and this is what it says. Okay, it says that. Oh, girl, hold on, here we go. The first thing is I put in like, what's the difference between a manager and a talent agent? And it says, whereas a manager is defined as a person or entity which is limited to counseling and advising any performer in connection with their career goals. Agents submit clients for auditions and negotiate contracts and wages and working conditions on their behalf. Their primary focus is finding you work. So I also put in, this also popped up too, the rules and regulations. It says one key difference between managers and agents is that the employment conduct of agents is strictly regulated by state law and regulations. In New York and California, where there are large entertainment markets, anyone who solicits and arranges employment for an artist must be licensed to do so. So Clarkson is basically saying that he went and found this job and he was not supposed to because he was not licensed to do so. He was supposed to be acting as her manager, not as a talent agent. Therefore, she should not have to pay him a goddamn thing. That's what I got from the reading. I'm going to put the link in the description box and y'all tell me what y'all got from it. He was her manager, not her talent agent. And because I guess this all happened in California, he was supposed to have a license to do any type of dealings that had to do with being a talent agent. Because he didn't have a license, girl, I don't owe you nothing. But see, Kelly, I got to get into your ass a little bit too, Miss Kelly, girl. You my girl, you my girl, you my girl. But see, this is what happens. This is what happens when you think that just because he's your husband, that he doing right by you. You should have been looking at the paperwork your damn self. The labor commissioner ruled that Blackstock and Starstruck Management violated California's Talent Agencies Act, which states managers cannot procure or try to procure employment for artists unless they act in conjunction with a licensed agent. Blackstock and his legal team filed an appeal in December of last year. Clarkson brought forth a suit which was obtained by People in mid-March and alleged Blackstock took fees in return for securing contracts with the Billboard Music Awards, the Kelly Clarkson Show, Norwegian Cruise Line, The Voice, and Wayfair. So basically, she's saying he was stealing from me pretty much, in a nutshell. He was taking money that was not rightfully due to him by doing the job that he was not assigned to do and legally didn't have the right to do. Kelly, Kelly, Kelly. That's a mess. 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 Anyways, shout out to Kelly. You my girl, but girl, you look. Got right. Listen to this. This is according to All True Tea. So shout out to All True Tea. Kyle Richards, 55. This was a headline, basically. Kyle Richards, 55 of the article. Sorry. won't be able to return to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills unless she agrees to reveal her real relationship with Morgan Wade. And y'all know Lisa Vanderpump, she was a cast member of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So they got with someone interviewed Lisa, and this is what Lisa had to say about Cal, I guess, talking about her relationship with Morgan on the show.
Daily Mail is reporting that Kyle Richards will not be able to return to the show unless she comes public about her relationship with Morgan Wade. Do you have any thoughts on that? No.
Why do we have to know about a relationship? I don't want to know who's munching on anything. I don't care. How about that? I don't care. Like, do what you got to do and keep it to yourself. Okay?
So those couldn't hear. I think she was hoarse. She basically was saying that she doesn't want to know who Cal is munching on. I said, "Come on, munch, munch, crunch, crunch." Yeah, it's the munching for me. Cal said, "I don't want to know if you're a carpet muncher or not." Okay. Now this is the thing. Not Cal, Lisa. Lisa, this is the thing, Lisa. We don't care what people do in their bedrooms. We don't. I'll say this much: I don't. I don't even think that it's necessary when we see these couples taking baths together on TV. I'm like, girl, why are y'all in the bathtub? Yeah. I don't like when I see those scenes. I'm like, girl, what is this about, child? Y'all really taking a bubble bath together? Okay, girl, whatever. I don't need to know the ins and outs of anybody's relationship. I do think it's one thing for couples to get on reality TV and say that, oh, maybe we should improve our sex life. We don't have the best sex life. Okay, boom. But I don't think that it's necessary to go into detail about what they're doing in the bedroom, if somebody munching on somebody, all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's needed. However, I do think that Cal, and I've been very vocal about this, that Cal is going to have to come clean about her relationship. This is not one of those reality shows like Big Brother. You know what I'm saying? Big Brother is a reality show where it's kind of like a game, but it's nonetheless still a reality show. Um, but it's not one of those shows where the focus is on your marriage, your relationship. Like these shows, The Real Housewives, yes, a big chunk of these shows is based off of the interactions within the friend group, the girl group, but we also get to see glimpses and pieces of their relationships if they're in one, whether it's girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, girl, now I guess girlfriend. And I don't think that it's fair that Cal is in a relationship, but wants to be kind of mute about if she's. I think it's unfair that she could be in a relationship and is choosing to be so quiet about this relationship, especially when she has put this relationship on Front Street. And when I say relationship, it could be a friends, girlfriend. A lot of us think it's a girlfriend. It's one thing. Let me get comfortable. Okay. It's one thing. Let's talk. I think it is. This is where I do kind of start to ride the fence. If you're a housewife, we're just going to keep it on the housewives. If you're a housewife and you're just dating, I don't think that these women should be forced to try and get someone who they're dating to come on a TV show. They're just dating. This could be literally a 1 week thing, a 1 month thing, and it doesn't work out and I never see this person again. I also now that I do believe that you shouldn't force them to. This is where I kind of get stuck. If you are in a committed relationship, if the person that you're with does not want to be on television, is that a determining factor on whether or not the housewife should be able to stay on the show? Jenna Lyons. Y'all know I go up for Jenna Lyons. I think she's a horrible housewife, but I go up for her outside of being a housewife. She, I think, is in a relationship. I don't know if the person who she's in a relationship with, she's a lesbian. I don't know if the person who she's in a relationship with wants to be on television. At that point, should they force Jenna to either make her partner be a part of the show, Or should they tell Jenna, okay, well, girl, you got to go? Because I can also see how those people who are on these shows, if they have to be vulnerable and expose cracks, things that are happening in their relationships, is it not fair? Does it become unfair that this other person, partner, husband, girlfriend, doesn't want to participate? But because y'all know I'm married and because I live with my husband, I have to get him to be mic'd up and be on the show. That's why I think it starts to kind of like the boat starts to rock because I can see both sides. You shouldn't force someone to be on a TV show, but then everybody else is out here telling their goddamn business. You know what I'm saying? Now we get to talk about how everybody else's marriage might be a hot ass mess, but because your man or woman don't want to be on the show, we don't get to talk about yours. And then you might have an opinion about so and so's marriage, but bitch, I would have an opinion about yours too. But the difference is, your man or woman don't want to come on to the TV show. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of like, I don't know. Should they be forced to get off the show, or should they be able to stay? Because everybody doesn't want to be on TV, but that's also the name of the game. But the difference with Kyle, though, let me get back into Kyle's ass. The difference with Kyle, though, is Kyle has paraded this relationship around. And don't be confused when I say relationship as, oh, I'm saying that's her girlfriend. You can have a relationship and it still be your friend. She has paraded this relationship around on TV. This girl has signed paperwork. She has been mic'd up. We have seen y'all sit in each other's laps on pictures. We have seen y'all get tattoos. You've tattooed your first initial on this lady's body. Like, girl, this is just not, oh, Jenna Lyons' girlfriend don't want to come on TV. This is Kyle bringing some woman, and it appears as though they are in an intimate sexual relationship. But then you wonder why people want to know what's going on. Girl, we wouldn't even be asking these questions if Morgan wouldn't even brought her ass on a TV screen. Well, we might ask a few. But stop acting like we just asking these questions or we just being nosy because we nosy. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, girl. Anyways. Speaking of vagina, speaking of cat, shout out to all the carpet munchers. Girl, shout out to all the munch crunchers out there, okay? This is according to Gay Times. There's only one Billie Eilish. Is that how you say her last name? In a recent interview with Rolling Stone, Billie Eilish, is it Ellis or Ellis? I think it's Ellis, opened up about her new era, masturbation, and her sexuality. In 2023, the singer-songwriter told Variety that she's physically attracted to women, resulting in speculation online whether it was her official coming out moment. I know everybody's been thinking this about me for years and years, but I'm only figuring out myself now. With the release of her album, Hit Me Hard and Soft on the Way, the musician reflected on the meaning of lunch, a track that will be included on her upcoming album. I wrote some of it before even doing anything with a girl and then wrote the rest after. She also said, I've been in love with girls for my whole life, but I just didn't understand until last year. I realized I wanted my face in a vagina. Girl, I said, come on, bitch. Yes. Billie said, girl, she wants to face the nation. Shout out to Erica De Niro TV, girl. Billie said she wants to face the nation, baby. She said she wants to put her face in the place. Billie said, baby, I want to munch, and crunch. Yes. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Billie child. Ain't nothing wrong with it. 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 It's a beautiful thing. But I ain't never did it. Okay? I ain't never did it. I ain't never did it. You know, this is not my ministry. I might try it one day. I ain't gonna lie. I might give it a go just to see. You know, just to see what it's like. I heard it could be fun. Shout out to Billie. Shout out to Billie. Who else? Oh, listen to this. Mm. Let me go to this. This is This is a Whitney Rose. I tried to tell y'all about Whitney Rose and that white man, Justin. Listen, this is according to Reality Blurb. Whitney Rose faces rumors she's about to file for divorce from Justin, allegedly furious at Meredith for exposing marital woes amid RHOLSLC season 5 filming. Plus, fans react. So, a report surfaced that Whitney Rose is furious at Meredith Marks for exposing a rumor on camera that she's preparing to file for divorce from Justin Rose, as the couple is allegedly on the ropes. On a past season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Meredith and Whitney feuded over a rumor about another castmate, Lisa Barlow. It seems the show is getting famous for cast willingness to spill shady tea. According to a report from the Real Housewives Zone on Instagram, Whitney is allegedly on the ropes with husband Justin Rose, and Whitney is close to calling it quits on the relationship as the season nears the ending of filming. Meredith allegedly found out through a friend that Whitney is preparing to file for divorce behind his back and brought it up during filming. Alleged the insider. Whitney has played coy on camera, but is looking at her options right now. She is furious that Meredith brought this up on camera. Well, let me tell y'all something. I told y'all last season. I said Whitney is setting up her storylines. Whitney is setting up her life. She is about to leave that marriage. Anybody who watched last season, if you really watched the show, you could really see that where this was headed. And I honestly just knew that Whitney is not going to be in this marriage for too long. Let me tell you something. I am of the belief now that for a lot of these women, especially those who are housewives, I think they have fallen out of not every woman, but I think that a lot of these women have fallen out of love with their husbands years ago. But due to the fact that some of them don't have their own income, I think they do look at being on Housewives as an escape plan. If I can get onto the Real Housewives of whatever city, and if I can get at least 2 or 3 seasons under my belt and get some businesses going, and possibly even be on the Housewives for 4 or 5 or 6 seasons, girl, I'm out of here. Let me get into this Housewife, get this first season under my belt, right? Second season under my belt, baby, start a couple of businesses. Girl, I'm filing for separation. By season 3, honey, we headed for divorce. I believe that. And I believe that Whitney being on the show, and now Whitney making her own money. I know her and Justin met like at a job. I think they both worked at the same place and they both had an affair, right? I think they were both married at the time, I believe. I can't remember the story. But I think that now Whitney Whitney's an entrepreneur. She's making her own coin. Justin lost his job pretty much, I think, because of the show. I think so. I can't remember. I watched every season of Salt Lake City except for one. I think he lost his job because of the show. I think, but I think that I think that's Whitney's game plan. Whitney's getting ready to leave that marriage fast, as soon as she can. She's just making sure that all her stuff is in order. Hello. Anyways, I guess Whitney done went over there, girl, spent up. You remember Whitney done spent all that money. Because remember, I think she went into the savings to get whatever she wanted some business she was trying to do off the ground. Did it succeed? Because I think Justin said that was pretty much all of their savings that she wanted to use. Oh, girl, that's a sticky situation to be in because you want to support your wife. But, girl, we also have a family, too. And, girl, the money that we have saved up, girl. Oh, that's a hard situation because I want to support you, but girl, we also have a family we have to take care of, too. Girl, anyways. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all.